All right, Algebra 1 end of course, second session here. We're working with, get us up here now. We are on 3, too far. Let's get started here correctly. Here we go, 3-A 3.1, solve linear equations. We've been solving equations all year long. Combine like terms, get all your variables on one side, numbers on the other. When you move across the equal sign, make sure that you are doing the opposite operation. Okay, so we start off here with problem 1. I'm going to write it down here doing the distributive property. You can see right here you've got the distributive property here with the 3, the 2, and then I'll start moving everything around from there. So I'm going to write it out here starting with here we go. Okay, so we're good there. We're here. Let's get it on. So that's going to be 3a when you multiply the 3 by the a, minus 3 times 4 is 12. 2 times the a, that's plus 2a. 2 times the 1, that's plus 2. And that equals 10 minus 5a. Okay? Now I like to keep my variables positive if I can. I've been telling you that all along. So I'm going to add the 5a here, undo that multiplication there. You can only combine like terms, so it's going to go right there. Okay, so that cancels out. I get 8a. And then I've got the, probably should have combined like terms here first, but I've got a negative 12 plus 2, so that's going to be a minus 10, plus that 2a equals 10. Now the 8a and the 2a are both on the same side of the equal, so I'm just going to combine them to be 10a. I'm going to add this 10 over to here, so I'm equal to 20. I'm going to divide out the 10, a equals 2. Okay, when you go back over here and you look, a is 2, it's right there, it's the b, so we're good to go. Okay. Okay, yeah, we'll be okay. Yeah, that's good there. Moving right along then. Second one, here we go. I think the answer sheet on there said C, but it's not C, it's B. It should be 2. Okay, that must have been a typo on their part. All right, 5x minus 2 equals 13. Solve it just like we did over here. Let me get rid of this. Okay, we're back up here. 5x minus the 2 equals 13. Get rid of addition and subtraction first. Doing the opposite operation when you go to the other side of the equals. I'm left with 5x equals 15. Some of this here should look pretty simple for you. Last one was a little bit more complicated, but not much. Okay, we get 3 there. That's in a grid. So either put your 3 right here or put your 3 right here. Okay? Problem 3 is similar to problem 1. Let's go ahead here and get rid of this. So we've got 7y plus 5 minus 3y plus 1 equals 2y plus 2. Okay, I'm going to combine my like terms here. 7y minus 3y, that's 4y. Again, that's on the same side of the equal, so just combine them. 5 plus 1 is 6. They're both on the same side of the equals. On the other side, here, I like to get my numbers together, letters together first. I've told you that all along. Doing the opposite operation, it's positive, so I'm going to subtract, so that cancels. I get 2y plus 6 equals 2. I'm going to get rid of addition and subtraction. Now that I got my y's together. 2y equals negative 4. Divide out the 2. Y is equal to negative 2. Okay? Again, negative 2 or negative 2. Make sure the negative takes up one box. Negative 2 or negative 2 here, but don't put it in the middle. Okay? Moving right along, problem 4. They want us to solve this right here. I'm going to distribute this first when I write it out here. Okay, so distributing it out, I'm going to get 3n minus 3 times 1.8 is 5.2. I'm sorry, 5.4 equals 2n plus 1. So we got a decimal, no big deal. I've got n's on both sides. I'm going to subtract the 2n over because it's positive here. So I got to do the opposite operation to bring it over. N minus 5.4 equals 1. Add the 5.4. N is equal to 6.4. Okay. Your decimal point will take up 6.4 or 6.4. Don't write it in the middle. Okay. Most of these are pretty straightforward. We've been doing problems like this all along. Okay. No biggie there. A 3.2, identify and apply the distributive, associative, commutative properties. We've done some of that already here with what we've been doing. Here they just want to highlight it in this first problem. When you look at it here, going from step 1, when solving this, what property did you use to go from step 2 to 3? Well, here to here all we did was drop the parentheses, no biggie there. Now to go from step 2 to step 3, what looks different? Okay, well, we had a 2x here and it's gone. So they must have taken it to the other side and they subtracted the 2x over, right? Just like we did in some of these earlier problems. You subtract 2x on both sides and 1 minus 2 gives you the negative x. So it's the subtraction property B. Okay, subtraction property B. Answer is B. Problem 2. Which of the following does not show the correct use of distributive property? Well, let's see here. Distributive property. 4 times a 5, 4 times a minus x. Yeah, that's good. 7 times 3 is 21. 7 times x is 7x. That's good. 8 times 2x squared would be negative 16x squared. That's good. Negative 8x. That's good. Negative 40. That's good. 9x squared plus 36x. They forgot to distribute it to these two. So D is your answer there. Okay, it does not show the correct use because they did not multiply the 9 by the 4 or the 9 by the 1. Okay. A 3.3, solve literal equations. Literal equations just have letters in them instead of all numbers. Okay, just solve for the letter they want you to solve for, regardless of what else is there. Treat it all like they're numbers. Okay, you're just not going to be able to combine them at the end because you can't combine an F with an S and that kind of thing. So if shoe sizes and foot lengths of all teenagers are related by the formula S equals 3F minus 24, where S represents the shoe size and F represents the length of the foot in inches. Solve the formula for F. Okay, so here we go, solving for F. Let's get down here. Okay, let's get rid of this bad boy. Oh, we're back up here. We have S equals 3F minus 24, and we want to solve for F. Well, there's my F. So I'm going to get rid of addition and subtraction first, just like we did on the last page. Can you actually combine those? No. So just write it the way it is. You got multiplication, you're going to divide to get rid of it. There's my F right there. Okay. Now when you look at the answers, okay, you don't see it in that form. But do realize this, you can rewrite this as S over 3, because the 3 goes into both of them, right? And goes into 24 8 times. Is there S over 3 plus 8? Sure is. Answer A. Okay, boom, it's right there. Okay, so it is there. Sometimes you got to simplify it down. Okay, we've done problems just like this all year, so at various times, so you should be good with that. Problem 2 here in A 3.3. What equation do you get when you solve S minus P equals S plus Fx for X? So we're solving for the X right here. Okay, remember that's F times X right there, so that's multiplication. So here we go. Let's go down here. Let's clear off what we got here. Okay. So we're back up here. We've got s minus p. Whoops. Thought I had it. S minus p equals s plus fx. Okay. I want to solve for x. Get rid of my addition and subtraction first. I'm going to subtract the p. I can only subtract s's from other s's. Don't put it under the p. That's going to cancel out just like that does. So I get negative p equals fx. That's multiplication. Divide out the f. There's your x. Do you see negative p over f? Sure do. It's answer C, isn't it? Bam, right there. Okay. So we're good there. So that's sections 3.1, 3.2, and 3.3. I'm going to wrap it up right here. I'll come back with a third video after this. Again, just trying to keep things in bite-sized pieces so we don't get overwhelmed. And you can kind of zero in on what it is you need more work on as we go here. Again, we're going over this in class, so hopefully this is something you can look back at home and use to help you there if you forget a little something. Okay? All right, very good. See you around with the next